Alright, hello everyone, Peter here. Just wanted to make a little video showing you an update for this drawing book that I've been drawing in for like a year or more now. It's crazy. I've now finished it. This never really happened to me before. I've always just, been one of those, I've always just started sketchbooks but never really finished them. I'd get like halfway through or even just a few pages in, and I really just, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't like the direction it was going, or just find another sketchbook I liked more. Maybe I just liked how it felt or looked, or the drawings I had done in it more. I don't know. Life is weird, but however it happened, I finally finished this sketchbook. And so I'm going to flip through it for you, and we're going to see what's in here. Let's do it. So this sketchbook is pretty cool because it has bleed-proof pages. It's made by Crescent. It's called a Rendr sketchbook, R-E-N-D-R. Here's the first page. I called it the beginning. And then I put the number 1 there for some reason. These are Copic markers. And as you can see on the next page, even though I used tons of ink here, it didn't bleed through at all to the next page. You can see I was just using lots of ink just to, test out here at the beginning to see whether or not there would be any bleeding. It's a cool city. Say H3 class HRS Podwalker. There was a lump that inched along. It inched along all day, and as it crawled it hummed a song. Its song and skin were oh so gray. I tried to ask it what was wrong, but it could never say. It had no mouth, it had no lungs, and so I walked away. So long it crawled, so long it tried to reach its destination. Its song it drawled, its heart it sighed. There was no consolation. See, look, there's the lump. Poor little lump. You know what I'm a fan of? I like lines. Lines are awesome. So I try to draw lots of them in this book. Also, dots are pretty cool. If you've been on my Instagram, you see I drew a bunch of dots recently. It's a cool treehouse. Lines and dots, curves, circles. It's just so fun, relaxing. For most of these, I had no idea what it was going to turn out like when I started. I just started. I read somewhere once that art is kind of like beginning a sentence before knowing how it's going to end. It's kind of weird if you think about it, but I like how that works. It's different. It's fun. There's colored pencils here, and I did some ink washes here, which is just ink, drops of ink in water. And I had like different little cups with different densities, or cups of water with different numbers of drops of ink in them. I like this page. It's a cool cityscape thing. Here for the shading, I used, I believe I used Letraset Tria markers. Please behold now the drawer, holding knickknacks galore. He flew out of the desk and across the floor. Enough, and he swore, as he emptied mid-soar, an oath Viking-esque, by the hammer of Thor. Creating a mess too big to ignore, he landed and skidded across to the door, and he sighed and whispered and slowly confessed he just didn't want to be a drawer anymore. Ballad of the Drawer. This page is just a bunch more ink washes. 2 fat sparrows on a bough, one for lookout, one for spying, searching for one sluggish cow they could catch by labored flying. And now descending wings aflutter upon a bovine they'd been eyeing. They ate it all except the udder, and went on living by its dying. Fat sparrows. Lay the lines down one by one. You're only ever halfway done. You've only ever just begun. For this one here, I cut a page out of a book that I bought at Goodwill, a thrift store, for like $1. I know that makes some people upset, but to tell you the truth, I don't care. There's a battleship I drew. I'm not sure why, but I glued some sketches in here. This page is all done with just a Bic pen, you know, just like only cost a penny or two. It still looks really cool, I think. So is this page. Just a Bic pen. For this one, I just looked at some like anatomy pictures or something and mixed together some different muscles or some weird thing. Some of these are, you know, I think these are like inspired by some shoulder muscles and maybe some calf muscles here. I'm not entirely sure. That was fun though. I think I should do more of that. Here's a good quote from Hippocrates. Hippocrates. Life is short, art long, opportunity fleeting, experience treacherous, judgment difficult. Here's a page where I spent a long time drawing something, and then it's not like I messed up, but it's not like I started drawing something that I didn't like, but like I started mixing two mediums that I guess didn't go well together, and like a whole bunch of my drawing started smearing or something. I don't know, it's hard to explain what happened. I don't even remember exactly what happened, but I just ended up getting a little fed up with it, and I just covered the whole thing over with a big black marker. Then I wrote this here with a paint pen. Persist. Sometimes I look back to this page spread when I need a little encouragement. I found it helpful in the past. Lines. It's good stuff. I like lines. Here on this page I was experimenting with watercolors. If you feel like maybe you don't know what to do, if you've hit a bit of a brick wall, you know, maybe mix things up a little bit, switch mediums, you know. That's what I was doing here. Maybe I was having a little bit of artist block, so I got out the watercolors. Another testament to how cool this sketchbook is, that I could use watercolors on this page and they didn't seep through to the other pages. Here's some sort of weird mind map. Cross-hatching. Some people say, you know, I like it better without these red blocks or whatever. You know, but that's okay. I don't really care. I really put those red blocks though. Put those there to kind of cover up places where I messed up. Secret. There's a secret for you. Whole secret. Don't tell anyone. There's like a little church or something. Not sure what it is. I guess it's a church. It's not very debatable. I guess nothing else would really look like that. Some circles, lines, a ship, dots. Beautiful. Here we have some more colored pencils. Apparently, some birds find the ground fairly interesting. Here's a cityscape. That was fun. Just a bunch more markers. For this one up here, these are Crayola markers. These ones are Copic markers. And these ones are the Akashaya Sai brush watercolor pens, or whatever they're called. I think they all look pretty great. We have some sort of celestial sextant, some sort of growth. I'm stacking pennies on my desk. I promise I'm no hoarder. I just want the piles to grow instead of getting shorter. I'm not planning my retirement or becoming a coin sorter. I just want to one day have enough to buy myself a quarter. Look at all those lines. These two words, expect problems. I wasn't going to write anything there, but I'm glad I did. But the reason I did write them there was because I was somewhere along the way, I accidentally just was moving my hand and I accidentally put a mark there on the page with my pen. So I had to cover it up. So I put words there. I don't remember. I think that mark might have been where the X was or something like that. This one's a little sketchier, but I still like it. Here we have the starship planar delusion. And here we have the starship planar deception. And over on the right, some linear leftovers. I really like this drawing. Here for this one, I was drawing at the coffee shop where I normally draw lately, which is why I haven't been posting any videos as much recently, but I'm going to start again, never fear. And I spilled some coffee right here on this little spot. And so I decided I would just go on with it. And so I used a napkin and dabbed some more coffee on there, and I even ordered an espresso, drank most of it, and then used that to create some slightly darker tones. But still, most of it wasn't very dark, but it's alright. I like how it turned out. Come by the pistachio show, see what critics are calling a warm golden glow. Each night the stands overflow as the fans begin brawling and rock to and fro. It's really quite strange. What do they all come to watch? Just any slight change in that nut in the notch? And there it is. There it is, folks. The end. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do next at this point. Maybe I'll probably start another sketchbook or two. But also I'm going to start making some more videos. And I want to start using some bigger pieces of paper, maybe like 11 by 17 or something. I don't know if that's a dimension that people use, but like something like that. And just like some bigger things that take longer. I don't know, but don't worry. I know there's been a dry spell here on my YouTube channel, but it won't last. I'm just kind of a man of habit, and I've just been going to the coffee shop down the road from me, like 1 block away. I've just been sitting there and drawing lately, and so I haven't been recording myself drawing. But you know, art is weird. You've got to take advantage of whatever little devices you can that get you drawing, and that's what it was for me at the moment. But I think I'll be able to get things rolling again. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for looking at my sketchbook. It's just so cool. I'm excited that I got that thing finished. It's really exciting for me. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye.